Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's gonna be a great one as always. Let's get right into it.
This helicopter crash story in DC just got so weird. I am getting unconfirmed reports that people have tracked the helicopter coming from a CIA headquarters. Okay, that's one. I'm about to show you what happened on our live stream though. They were interviewing a witness to the crash. He started talking about strange white lights in the sky. They cut the interview. Check it out now. Let me know what you think. I think some orbs may have been involved in this. This is allegedly. Here's the video. You're a legend for that. Thank you, my friend. Yo, what up, Zach?
And we noticed the planes started having regular patterns, and they all kind of dispersed from the regular landing patterns. And then
a small passenger plane in Washington, D.C. has collided with a military helicopter, and they crash landed in the Potomac River. I heard something crazy, but I don't know if it's true. I'm gonna let y'all know after y'all see this video. Now, as I seen this video, I'm still not understanding how this happens. How do they collide like this? It's crazy to me. Look, boom. And then as you see, they crash landed in the Potomac River. Now, from what I heard, there was some of Trump elected officials on that military helicopter. Like I said, I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that situation. As of right now, they did not report any casualties. But from what I just seen and what y'all just seen, that big boom, that's not a good sign. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Damn. So just a little update about the crash that happened in Washington, D.C. They say there were 60 passengers that were on that plane when it collided with a Black Hawk helicopter. As of right now, 19 of the 60 have been found in the water, and none of them are alive. So RIP to them. And they're saying most likely all 60 other passengers are deceased. This is what Trump had to say about it. The same thing Donald Trump is thinking, I'm thinking, because this was not supposed to happen, especially in DC. Out of all places, DC. If this can happen in DC, Lord. He said the helicopter was going straight at the airplane for an extended period of time. I smell bullshit. Only thing he didn't do was send his condolence. So I'm sending my condolence to everyone who was affected by this tragic collision. This is very interesting too. Y'all think about it. And as always, let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Make sure you heart this, show some love, share this, and send your condolence down below in the comments.
It's always something going on, man. That's sad though. It's so random. I don't know, but it's tough. Sorry that happened to them too, because some people is just probably just, going about their day. They didn't think nothing like that would happen. Simpsons never lied. It's in Washington, D.C. What?
In the Potomac River, runways have been shut down, departure landings have been halted at the DCA Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport near Washington, D.C.
A Black Hawk military helicopter just crashed into a 60-passenger American Airlines airplane, and this is what we know. This was declared a mass casualty event, and this happened over the Potomac River by the DCA airport. The helicopter had 3 soldiers on board, and it has been found upside down. 4 people have been pulled out of the river as the time I'm making this video, and rescue boats are working tirelessly to pull people out. The temperature of the water is 35 degrees, so this adds another dangerous component to this disaster. The air traffic control described what they saw, and this is what they said.
Command, the accident happened in the river. Both the helicopter and the plane crashed in the river. It's east of the approach end of runway 33. It was probably out in the middle of the river. I just saw a fireball and then it was just gone.
A controller is heard asking the helicopter, quoting here, Pat 25, do you have the CRJ in sight? In reference, of course, to the passenger aircraft. Tower, did you see that? Another pilot is heard calling seconds after the apparent collision. The tower immediately began diverting other aircraft from Reagan.
A Black Hawk military helicopter just crashed into a 60.
Get rid of frequencies and go airplane mode. Go ahead and get you some aluminum foil and grab your phone, add it to the aluminum foil. Basically, you're creating an airtight seal and you're making sure that no space exists. No space to where the frequencies can get into or leave the phone. Now, if you want to take this a step further, you can always double or triple wrap your phone and make sure you get all the sides to ensure that no signal can come in or leave this phone. Every evening you want to be doing this. You want to take all of your devices, actually, as well as your computer, and put it into the microwave. This is going to block those frequencies. You're going to sleep so much better when you start doing this on a regular basis. Unplug the Wi-Fi box and you have a recipe for good health success. Follow the protocols that we made you in the Health Bible to learn more. Everything that you need is available at jacobslink.com or hit the...
I wouldn't lie. Turn the TV off, turn off everything, put your phone in the other room. You get the best sleep ever, man. For real.
Flat Earth proof that might leave you questioning everything. The world's most powerful nations, who can't seem to agree on much, have somehow managed to unite over one thing: Antarctica. In 1959, they signed the Antarctic Treaty, and it's been unbroken ever since. Think about that. No land claims, no resource wars, no disputes, just complete cooperation. Suspicious yet? Here's where it gets stranger. Antarctica is essentially off limits. You can't just pack your bags and decide to explore it. Any visit must be scientifically approved and is tightly monitored. No free roaming, no casual expeditions, no exceptions. But why? What's so critical about a frozen, uninhabited continent that it needs this level of restriction? Now, consider this. Antarctica is vast, remote, and one of the least explored places on Earth. Despite that, it's locked down tighter than a vault. You can't freely fly over it, and sailing to its edges is practically impossible. Yet for over 60 years, no country has broken the treaty. Even in a world where nations are constantly clashing over territory and resources, Antarctica remains untouched. Doesn't that strike you as odd? Let's dive into history for a moment. Captain James Cook, one of the greatest explorers of his era, attempted to circumnavigate Antarctica 3 times. He traveled an estimated 60,000 miles along the icy perimeter, only to encounter an endless wall of ice. Here's a flat Earth proof that might leave you questioning.
A man can't treat a woman well until he's in tune with his subconscious mind. And a woman can't treat a man well until she's in tune with her conscious mind, because the feminine is in touch with the subconscious, the masculine is in touch with the conscious. So if you're a man and you're not available to your intuition, your emotional sensitivities to how you feel about an environment or a person, you're going to look at women like they're crazy because you don't know what operating system they're running off of. And if you're a woman not in tune with your conscious mind, you're going to look at men like they're crazy because they're too logical. So if you can bring yourself to the middle, to where you're in tune with both your conscious and your subconscious mind, you will be able to use both reason and intuition and become a balanced human being and be in touch with your opposite. And lots of women are unaccountable because they're not in tune with their conscious mind. For this reason, lots of men are emotionally out of touch because they're not in tune with their subconscious mind for this reason. So it takes a lot of work, but it's worth it, because when you attune to that state of balance, you have access to a vast array of intelligence, and you'll be able to contact all kinds of people where they're at and not just where you want them.
December 29th, 2/9/11. 3 plane accidents today on the 29th. It happens again. Never fly on a 11 day. You were warned. Over and over. It's not good to fly on an 11 day. That's creepy.
name is Gary the Numbers Guy. I'm a numerologist, astrologer, and the information you hear in this video just could save the life of a loved one or yourself. Ever since I started studying numerology right after 9/11, it got me to thinking, is there a pattern to this? And what I discovered is absolutely horrifying. Whenever it's the 11th, the 29th, or any day that adds up to an 11, there seems to be a lot of plane crashes in the world. Basically, if you're going to get on the plane on the 11th, 29th, or any day that adds up to an 11, or say when the flight number adds up to an 11, things go wrong.
That's interesting.
Human is hue-man. Hue is an attribute of a color. Color is light. Hue is light. Man is manifested. We are light manifested in physical form. We are holographic electromagnetic beings. Heart rearranged is earth. The heart chakra is green and the earth is green. And the sky is blue and the throat chakra is blue. You're not a body inside of a universe. You are the universe experiencing itself, a microcosm form. Nothing is separate from you. You are all things. Religion has just externalized these teachings. Human is hue-man. Human is hue-man.
Message for the day.
They gon' hate cause they see you shine. But don't let them stop your shine, because they don't know about them dark days. So just let them keep hating and keep shining. And get your mind right. Big motion, no motion. They go.
Hey, real man talking.
Spiritual solitude is a huge component in self-evolution. And when you want to evolve, or you are evolving, regardless if you want to or not, like someone like myself, who's developing clairvoyant abilities by the age of 20, because that's my genetic disposition as a Caribbean person, it comes to you. And you have to accept it. It says in many books, many esoterics, that it's going to come to a point where you're not going to relate to people anymore. People are not going to relate to you. And the things that you used to share your time with, or anything, whether it be the parties, girl, the men I was with, the friends I used to be friends with, they didn't relate to it anymore. So it was a time where I had to have solitude and force myself into solitude. Because I wouldn't try to play myself. If something wasn't right for me, I couldn't force myself in it. My body was rejecting it, my mind was rejecting it, my spirit was rejecting it. So I had to be alone. Spiritual solitude.
Hey, sometimes it's good to be alone. You learn more about yourself too. Not gonna lie. Hopes. You come up with the best ideas when you're alone. I can't believe the National Geographic admitted this about parasites.
I was really shocked when I found out that this is something that affects every single living human, in fact every single living organism on the face of the earth. You could be leading a healthy lifestyle, you could be jogging, eating raw food, taking vitamins and all those kind of things, but these guys don't care. These guys are persistent, they're dangerous, they're deadly, they've been around for millions of years, they know what they're doing, and they're inside of all of us, and we're constantly being exposed to this going on. It's going on inside every one of us, and this is something that we all need to take very seriously.
This is not science fiction. This is scary, it's real, and it's serious. Monsters living inside us, they eat our bodies and control our emotions, urges, and thoughts.
As a colon hydrotherapist for approximately 21 years now, you wouldn't believe what I see coming out of people's bodies.
This is not just a third world country thing. Everybody has them. Even normal people with lots of money living in suburbia who take showers 3 times a day. If you eat sushi, you have parasites. 1 square inch of raw sushi meat can contain 10,000 parasite larvae and eggs that begin hatching inside you the minute you eat it. The most common kind is tapeworms, which can grow to 60 feet long and live in your intestines for decades. If you have pets, you are guaranteed to have parasites. It doesn't matter if you're vegetarian, raw foodist, vegan, or macrobiotic. Even the healthiest and richest people on earth have parasites. You can't kill them all, only control them, because our bodies have trillions of cells which rely on helpful bacteria like probiotics to work right.
Yo, have y'all seen I don't know if you guys seen the telescope videos. Yeah, zoom in up on a chip and you see all type of parasite, man. We got so many parasites in our bodies, man. We don't even know. I feel like this is like its own entity. They got their own universe, right?
Technologies such as bells, which would send out resonant frequencies into the community beyond. So many photos of bells being rounded up all over Europe. We're living in a time where we're waking up to what we so recently had.
Organ is a healing machine. That's why it was integral to the construction of ancient Gothic cathedrals, was the centerpiece. Now, around the building, up, down, around, beneath, you had pipes and essentially speakers.
They placed these beautiful organs under these stained glass windows, which are treated with lead and specific properties. And these, they work like car speakers. They augment the resonance and the sound out into the ether outside. So everyone outside in the community is invigorated, is on a higher state of consciousness, literally being the best they can. And you can see it in the pictures of these people in the day. Everyone is healthy.
Live, authentic pipe organ performance will tell you your bones rattle, your organs start to respond, your hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Sit there and saturate in the healing frequencies yourself. Cathedrals are something beyond just a center for worship. They are healing machines. And the pipe organ of the cathedral is just one tiny little finger of this whole realm that we're talking about.
You've got star forts, which I call a gateway topic because the same structure exists all over the earth, have been given to us as fortifications that were built for these different wars, which made them military targets, and they have an excuse for why it was destroyed.
If you look at photos of even the buildings that still exist of the old world, they always give a backstory for why they took them down, but it's just curious why so many towers are missing now. And so Pioneer Square is one of those examples. And this was built in the immediate aftermath of the fire in 1889. Is curious because it appears on a real estate map from before the fire in a fully and intact form.
In order for stone to burn down, it has to reach 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. House fire reaches the temperature of 1,000 degrees. That's half.
This is exactly why my fireplace right here is made of brick and stone, because it doesn't melt. Forest fires are going to be melting brick and stone. Use your head, guys.
As they are busy dismantling it in the 3D reality that we experience, it was part of a program to dismantle the old world. Old world technologies such as...
It just seemed like the old world had all the frequencies and all that, man, like that benefited the people. Nowadays, it's like everything is just out to kill us, you know? So I'm looking up, does brick catch on fire? Right? And I'm looking at it. But bricks are basically resistant to fire. But a long period of time, it can, you know, eventually weaken the brick. But why won't they just build homes out of bricks instead of wood? Or would that even hold? I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know. Excuse me. I had to do a little research, okay? Let me, it says, all right, let me read this. It says, even though bricks are non-flammable, brick houses can still burn down because most homes are constructed using materials other than just brick. So if the interior of the house or whatever was built out of brick, it probably wouldn't burn down. Dang, that's tough. It's like they just want to kill us. Cat Williams back at it again.
Much too hard on ourselves.
Oh yeah,
You know?
I feel that all the time, man.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know any other way to be almost sometimes. Like not in a bad way, but it's this constant sentence. You know, like you gotta. I feel like there's always been this to-do list that I don't even make, and it's just always been there. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah.
That's how I feel all the time.
Right.
Like, I gotta do, you know, still have to prove it, you know, a constant of approving.
All winners have that disease.
Fifth dimension explained.
Do the exercise
We're going to say rock star to ourselves without opening our mouths, without saying anything outside. We're going to say this to ourselves. We're going to say rock star to ourselves. Don't say it out loud at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the question to ask, if you've said rock star in your mind, the question to ask is, what voice is that? What voice is that? What voice just spoke? You just said rock star without moving your mouth at all. On top of that, you on top of saying rock star, you heard yourself say rock star. How can you hear yourself say rock star and no vibration of sound has happened? See, this puts a different perspective on what sound actually is. And what memory is. Memory's not in the brain, memory's in the soul. The only thing you take with you after this life is your memories or your knowledge, your experiences. That's the only thing you take. Unless you study Egypt culture, they believe you can take all this stuff with you on the other side. Just as a side note. But if you said rock star in your mind or in your being is the true answer, is the true statement. In your being, what was that voice? What was the voice that spoke and then you heard yourself speaking? But these ears did not hear you say anything because your mouth didn't move. So the ears didn't hear it, the mouth did not move, but you spoke and you heard yourself speaking. If you close your eyes, you can see this better. If you close your eyes and put this image in another sight, if you close your eyes, you can still see this. What is the sight that can see your future? These two eyes don't see the future. These two eyes don't see the past. Yet, you can see your past and you can see your future. You can actually see your past. What is the sight that can see beyond time? Don't give it away. What is this is an ancient meditation. This is an ancient meditation that I am not the flesh. I am the energy, the consciousness, the being in the flesh. And this is proof. This is no faith. This is not religion. This is actual fact. You can speak without moving your mouth. You can hear without ears. You can see without eyes. So what happens when these eyes, this mouth, and this ear drops off into the grave? These other senses are all you're left with. Death is an illusion. Once you realize this, you live your life more courageously. Now, no one wants to die before their time, so you try to protect yourself. But know that this body is the limitation of you. It is not your zenith. It is not your ultimate. Your ultimate is that voice that just said rockstar.
Fifth Dimension Explained.
That is so dope, man. That is dope, man. Hey, man. That goes to show you that we're way more than just this flesh, right? But anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh, they lights back on because it's been like a blackout. But yeah. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace.